So people are still searching for stretches for Muay Thai, and a lot of my channel is dedicated to this, like flexibility and mobility, because I struggled with that for a long time, and then I got it right, and then I got older, and through excessive training or just general training, my body got real tight, my mobility really started to suffer, so I had to adopt new mobility, recovery, and agility routines. So I have a stretch routine for you today that's a pretty quick one you could do before class, you could do after class, or even just in general. It's a pretty quick one. I'm not going to spend a lot of time showing progressions because that stuff is covered in other videos. So I want you to go to the playlist in the description, and that's where a majority of those videos are. And there's a multitude of mobility routines and stretch routines. Now, those lengthier ones will have the progressions for these movements. But just give this routine a try and work within your limitations, your current limitations. The more you do it, it should get better. The whole point of this is to increase your mobility and flexibility. So we start just standing, shoulder width apart. Just get a good stretch. Now you want to do the curled back stretch. You can also do like the arch back stretch to really get your piriformis and your lower back. So here, from here, then you go into an Asian squat or a deep passive squat. Now, you want to hold these positions for 10 to 30 seconds, okay, minimum. If you could hold them for a minute, that's great, but to make this a quick routine, 10 to 30 seconds, okay? Again, back up, get a nice stretch, and then back down to the passive squat. Now this is going to be the center of this whole routine, okay? So you have to at least be decent with your passive squat. Okay, from here, to get the mobility going, I pick my hands up and I just kind of move my knees around, ankle mobility, hip mobility. Okay? First thing we're going to do is try to stretch out our back a little bit. You put this palm down. Now reaching straight up is very hard, so you can just do your elbow, okay? Other side. Good. That's going to lead us into our next thing is you can place your hands now. If you get to a point where you can just put your knee down without any assist, that's great, but just place your hand. And that's perfectly fine to get started, okay? Now when we come down, you drop both knees. Good. Stretch in this position. You're going to post your hand outward and reach. Now as you reach, push this far knee away. Good. Now, you can also just place your hand here, get a good stretch this way. Then you're going to come up, push this hip forward, get that stretch. Good. Now we'll go to the other side. I like to mix a back and forth 3 times before I drop to the other side. So get yourself back up into your Asian squat. So 1, 2, and then 3, boom, turn, get that stretch. Push on the knee, deeper stretch. Elevate, push this hip forward. Good. Okay, we're gonna come back up to our passive squat. Now, you're gonna rock back on this next one, okay, into what they call a happy baby. Okay, so you're here, rock back, grab inside of your feet and push your knees to the floor. That's going to stretch out your lower back and you'll feel it really opening up your hips. From here, extend your legs as you're pulling. Increase the stretch. All right, we're going to come up and we're back into our passive squat. The last part of this stretch routine or mobility routine, you're gonna drop this lead knee. Okay, I'm gonna turn towards the camera for this. And of course, this is the world's greatest stretch. So generally, I have you kind of curl and come forward and push to try to drive your hip down. For this one, I want you to turn your tailbone, okay? That makes you upright. Now, I don't want you upright like an arch. Okay, that's usually what we do. That way we can get our hip further down. But to really open this up deeper for this stretch, I want you to curl your tailbone like this, and that kind of pushes your posture up, then push. That really opens up your hip. So, here. Gonna come back into our squat, passive squat position. Let our back decompress, loosen up again. And then we're gonna go the other leg. Again, curl the tailbone to be upright. Not this stretch like this where we're leaning forward. And don't arch your back like we usually do. Curl, activate your TVA here, and it brings your torso upright a bit here, and then push. You'll really feel that opening up your hip flexor. And that's pretty much it. So go ahead and give that routine a try, and I hope it helps you. Now remember, go back into the playlist and look at all the different mobility exercises and stretch routines and all the stuff that I've already covered on the channel. They're all working towards the same thing, but the benefits vary in the way that they hit just specific parts in your hip flexors and your abductors and all these different areas. So you can kind of blend them or mix it up or do one routine one day, do one another day. Just use them all to help your Muay Thai and kickboxing. So I hope you're enjoying the content. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.